You're listening to the Wear Wag Repeat podcast, the only show 100% dedicated to supporting women in all areas of the pet industry. I'm your host, Tori Mystic, the founder of Wear Wag Repeat, and I am coming to you today from the couch in my office. And I have a new workflow that I am working on with my podcast here in order to publish the video version of this podcast to YouTube and also still have the audio versions go out to all of the different podcasting platforms where it is distributed. I'm sitting here on the couch next to my dog, Bert, who tends to wiggle around and make a little bit of noise while I'm sitting next to him. So just a little heads up that today's episode might have a little bit of background noise. So I'm really excited to be here with you today talking about whether or not people can find you and buy the things that you are offering in your pet business. So this quarter in Q1, the theme in Wear Wag Repeat Society and with everything that I've been doing is visibility and lead generation. So in Q1, we've been focusing on visibility and lead generation. And basically that means, can people actually find your pet business? Do they know that you exist? And when they do find you, can they figure out what it is that you do, what you sell, and how you could help them? And then, of course, lead generation is how to actually find those customers and get them all the way through their customer journey until they actually purchase or sign up for something or do whatever action it is that you're hoping that they take with your pet business. So in today's episode, I want to talk about a little exercise that you can do yourself. This is a self-audit of your customer journey. And I had this idea because I was recently teaching this to my students. I teach a course at Point Park University here in Pittsburgh, and that course is about how to create a digital magazine. It is multi-platform magazine reporting is the full name of the course, which is kind of a mouthful, but I'm basically teaching them how to make an online publication. And one of the things that I taught them when we were thinking about the design of our site and how people are going to consume and read our articles and our videos and our podcasts and photos and everything else that we're putting on our site, I said we need to walk through our reader journey. And we looked at some big publications like National Geographic and Vogue and the New York Times to see what their reader journey is. But I think we can apply this to our pet businesses too with a customer journey map. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to start out on your social media. I bet a lot of us think that all of our customers are going to find us through social media. So I think that's a really good place to start. Starting on your social media, I want you to go to your profile and look at it with fresh eyes. Is there a really clear explanation of who you are and what you do right there in your bio? Maybe you're using your headline strategically to tell visitors what your account is all about or what your business does. Then I want you to look right below that at your recent posts. Do you have a recent post in maybe the top 6 that display on your profile that very clearly describes and defines what it is that you do, who you are, what you sell, and how people can get their paws on it? I really want you to look at this critically and make sure that you do have a post that clearly describes this to people. If you work really hard on this, you can actually do yourself a favor and make it a pinned post on your Instagram account so you don't have to continuously worry about having a fresh post about this, although you should be doing that too. You should be talking about what you sell and what you do on a regular basis. But if you just want to kind of cover your butt a little bit, you can make that a pinned post so it's always staying at the top of your Instagram profile. A little story that I recently shared on my social media this week is that I was asked by someone in my DMs, hey, do you know of a company that does XYZ? And in my mind, I thought, oh yeah, I have the perfect company to recommend to you. They have the best product that serves exactly what you need. So I went to that company's Instagram profile because this was all happening in my DMs. I went to that Instagram profile and I tried to find a post that I could easily just share with this person that I was chatting with. and there was no such post to be found. There were posts that showed behind the scenes, them working on their business, sharing adoptable pets, sharing other things, sharing some toy demonstrations and things like that. But there was not a single post in the most recent post on that account that clearly described what their product is, what they sell, and how you can get your paws on it. So in the end, I ended up not sharing anything at all because it was just too difficult and complicated for me. That customer journey, I went way off on a tangent, or I came to a dead end or something like that. And it just didn't make it easy for me to share this business with the person who I was chatting with. So I don't want that to happen to you. And I don't want that to happen to me either. I'm going to be doing this exercise on my own social media accounts, of course, too. So where did we leave off? Go to your Instagram account, make sure that there is a post that clearly describes and defines who you are, what you do, what you sell, and how to buy it, or how to sign up for it, or whatever it is that you do. Make sure that that post is prominent in your last couple of posts, or even pin it to one of your top 3 pinned posts on your profile. Having this info in your story highlights can be a good strategy as well, but word on the street is that Instagram is removing highlights from our profiles soon if they haven't already. So I would not really rely on that strategy. And then the next step in this process is to click that link in your bio. Where does it take someone? When's the last time that you clicked your own link in your bio? I want you to go to your profile and click that link and see where it goes. And if you have some sort of a link page set up, like a link tree or something else like that, personally, people in Wear Wag Repeat Society know that I recommend you make a page on your own website where you just list out your links, because then you're getting that traffic to your own website and you can track what they click on and their activity and all that kind of stuff. So that's personally what I would recommend you do. But if you're using Linktree or some other service, click on every single one of those links and make sure it goes to the right place. I actually did this myself this morning. I went to my link in bio where I have a page set up on my site. It's wearwagrepeat.com/social links. So it's really easy for me to find and share all the time. And I just added this brand new opt-in lead magnet that I created. It's a free 60-minute workshop about how to 3x your subscribers for your email list. It's a really great workshop and I'm so excited about it. And I just added it to my link list last week. And I just figured, oh, it's working perfectly, right? This morning, I went to go check on it and I clicked that link and it actually took you directly to the workshop page. So it bypassed the sign up page, which in theory, people would still get access to that video workshop, but they wouldn't get on my email list. I wouldn't be able to send them any follow-up resources. Like I have a really awesome companion guide that goes with this workshop. That's a multi-page PDF that has all the email templates and lead magnet ideas and how to re-engage your list in case you accidentally ghosted them. And I want to make sure that I can send this companion resource guide to everyone who takes the workshop. But if they're bypassing the sign-up page, I can't send that to them. So I realized that I had a flaw in my own link page and I was able to fix it really easily. So I want to make sure that you are testing all of those links. Now, this is really essential. This is part of your customer journey. Backtracking to what I said earlier, I think most people think that their followers, their fans, their customers are coming from social media. So that's why I really advise you to start this customer journey mapping process on social media. See how you're presenting yourself. Are you visible? Are you showing up to people? And how are you generating leads through your social media? So all those steps that I just explained are really great ways to test that out. Now, if you are feeling ready to move on to the next step, or you feel like your social media is on lock, you can go to your website and start doing a little customer journey tracking on your website. So if you are familiar with Google Analytics and you look at your data on the regular, you might see that your homepage is not your most frequently visited site or most visited page. So usually people are coming to your website from other sources. Maybe they found you through Google or through social media, or someone shared a link or something like that. So kind of a little sneaky, tricky way to do your customer journey mapping is to go to your Google Analytics, see what your number one landing page is. What's the number one page that people come to your website? It's the first page they see. For me, it's always a blog post. It's never my homepage. So I would want to go to that number one page, that blog post, and I probably would want to go to it on mobile because 60% of my website visitors or more are on mobile devices. And I would start off on that blog page and I would look and see, okay, I want people to join my email list. I want people to sign up for Wear Wag Repeat Society. I want people to purchase my Canine Enrichment Mental Activity Pack. These are some of the things, the actions I want people to take when they're on my website. And I would go to this blog post and see, can they easily do any of those three things? And if the answer is no, then I would have to make sure that I go in and optimize that page, add in some opt-ins or add in some banner ads for Wear Wag Repeat Society or for the Mental Enrichment Activity Pack. And those are all things that I've been working on all of Q1. If you go to my site today, every single post should have some sort of a banner ad, either for the Enrichment Activity Pack or for Wear Wag Repeat Society, or they would all have some sort of email opt-in. But I am in the process of going in there and creating some unique opt-ins for particular blog posts that get a lot of traffic. So for example, my number one blog post, or in my top 5 blog posts for the past couple of months, has been an old post that I wrote about how to make a DIY reversible dog bandana. And I've been doing a lot of sewing myself. You might know that one of my hobbies is quilting. And I know that when I'm quilting something, the first thing I do is I Google whatever the pattern is that I want to make. And I say tutorial or template or pattern. And this gave me the idea in my dog bandana tutorial blog post that I should have a lead magnet or an opt-in freebie that is specifically a template on how to make a dog bandana. I know it's basically a triangle, but you wouldn't believe over 200 people have signed up for that lead magnet in the last 2 months since I added it. And I've had this blog post on my site for I think 7 or 8 years. So it's a very old blog post, but it is getting traffic. And I saw an opportunity to get more visibility and more lead generation for myself by making a specific lead magnet just for that blog post. So you see, when people sign up for my email list, this way I can email them on a regular basis. They get to know me, they get to know what I do and what I can offer them. And that's where the lead generation comes in. Hopefully some of those people who sign up for the dog bandana pattern are interested in enriching their dog's lives. I think that giving your dog a cute bandana is enriching your life, and obviously you want to give your dog the best with some super cute custom-made bandana. So I obviously think these people would be interested in canine enrichment, and maybe they would sign up for my mental enrichment activity pack. So do you see how I would kind of follow that customer journey and make it like a little map that I could follow and figure out where people are going to go, where I'm going to lead them to? It's a really great practice to tell people exactly what you want them to do and where you want them to go. So you can use your social media, your website, and any other web presence that you have to kind of coach and lead your customers and your audience members where you want them to go. So if you want them to buy a specific thing, make sure it's super easy for them to buy that thing. If you want them to sign up for your email list, maybe think about a lead magnet that would help them solve a particular problem that they are dealing with when they are on your website at that very moment. So for this dog bandana, I know people want to make a dog bandana and they want to make it now. So that's why this template pattern is super handy to them, and over 200 people couldn't resist entering their email address to download it. So I hope this gave you a lot of really great ideas about how you can do a self-audit of your customer journey. This month in Wear Wag Repeat Society, we also discussed on our implementation call back at the beginning of the month some different sales boosters. And I came up with a big list of 15-minute sales boosters because I know the people in my membership are short on time. We all want to grow our pet businesses, but we don't have a whole staff of people working for us, and we don't have 27 hours in the day. So I came up with a list of actionable, easy to do 15-minute tasks that my members could do to get a little sales boost. And one of those things that I want to share with you today that would really help with your visibility is gathering testimonials. So testimonials are one of the best ways to show people that we're trustworthy, that other people are doing business with us, and that we're relevant and we're still operational. If you go to someone's website and they have a bunch of Google reviews from 8 years ago and nothing's been updated, you would question handing your money over to that person, wouldn't you? So that's why it's really important to always be gathering testimonials. So something you can do in 15 minutes is to set up a very brief questionnaire. I would recommend like 3 or 4 questions. And I would also recommend that you make those questions open-ended. Don't put any yes or no questions when you're gathering testimonials, because that's not going to be very helpful to you when you want to write up this testimonial and put it on your website and put it on your social media and everything else. So you want to ask people open-ended questions like, what were your hesitations before signing up for my service? What were you searching for when you discovered my product? What was a problem that you had that has been solved thanks to my pet business? So you want to ask people really open-ended questions so that you can put together testimonials that are going to be full of value and full of endorsement and enthusiasm for what it is that you do and what you offer to pet parents. If you want to see all of the other sales boosters ideas, they're all specific to pet businesses, and I have them broken down to pet product businesses, pet service businesses, content creators, and then a few that are universal for anyone, like this idea to gather some testimonials. And I guarantee if you spend 15 minutes a week, one week could be putting together these questions for your testimonial. Another week could be sending out these questions to a few different people. Another week could just be 15 minutes formatting them on Canva into some graphics that you could share online. Another week it could be updating your website with these testimonials. And there you go. In 1 month, you would have only spent 1 hour on this, but it would absolutely boost your visibility, boost your sales, and boost the success of your pet business. So that's our episode for today. I hope you enjoyed this format. Bert did settle down. So I'm just going to leave it as is, and I hope nobody minds the Bert noises at the beginning. But I'm really excited to bring this new video podcast format to you. And I thought it was really fun to just do it here sitting in my office on the couch. So it's like we're sitting and having a conversation together. If you have any questions or suggestions for upcoming episodes, I would be happy to cover them. Please comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. You can also always email me, Tori@wearwagrepeat.com. And if you're interested in joining Wear Wag Repeat Society, you can try it out right now for a 14-day trial. I set this up because I think for a lot of people committing to a whole month, they think, I don't have time for that, or I'm so overwhelmed. So I made a 2-week trial. So you can come and check it out, see what we're all about, and you can learn more about that at wearwagrepeat.com/society. And tune in next Wednesday. I will be back here with another fresh episode of the Wear Wag Repeat podcast.